Alright, one of the most satisfying things you're ever going to see. Coming right up. Get on there. Alrighty guys, thank you for joining me. This is Father and Forge. My name is Hunter Wilkins, and we are going to be working on a pretty cool little project today. My friend Angel's putting something together, so I'm not going to go into the complete details about that because that's his business, but I'm doing something to make for something he's putting together. So what I'm going to do is and let me be very, very clear, I'm making a Whale Slayer style bottle opener. I'm not making a Whale Slayer because that is not my design, and that term is actually not trademarked, but it's like when you say Whale Slayer, it means this guy's bottle openers. So I'm not saying that. So what I'm making is a bottle opener in the same style. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to do a dragon twist on it. So we're going to do a simple, like folded over tab bottle opener style. It's going to have a harpoon on one end as like a wax cutter, and then the other end's basically going to be like a folded over tab. I could do the loop, but that's not what I'm going to do for this one because I really like this like straight shot style. So that's what I'm going to do. So let's go on over to the forge and get it lit up. One of the most satisfying parts of this whole process here. Alright, let's do like a 2-in-1 video. Let's see, while this heats up, I'm going to see if I can land a pop shove it, because that's like, so at the beginning of the year I decided I'm going to start skateboarding. So I'm like a weekend, and it's pretty fun. Almost, not quite. Alright, let's see where we're at here. Oh, we are nice and hot. Step 1, square the bar. Using round stock. If you want to do any of these cool twist patterns, you gotta square it first. So what I'm doing right now is I'm drawing out a little point at the very end of this thing, and I'll be able to hook that back in on itself, forge weld it, and we'll have a little harpoon. Well, I'm almost like making a fire poker. So that's the idea. So I'm gonna draw a little point, bring it back over, forge weld just kind of the end of it, so that I can curve it back up into a little harpoon point. So that'll be the harpoon end of this bottle opener. Then I'm going to flatten out the backside, and that'll be our little scoop that we do. And then after that, I'll clean everything up and make sure it's still nice and square in the middle. And then we'll cut in I'm going to cut in the pattern that I'm going to do for the dragon scale twist. So we'll cut that in, and we'll just basically twist it. That's it. It's a really easy little build. I'd say this twist is, just judging from my experience, I'm not a master or anything, obviously, but I'd say this is probably like an intermediate twist. once you do it, you'll understand it completely. There's not really all that much to it, but the first time you do it, it is kind of like, you gotta make sure I get these lines right. You want to angle your cuts in, and I'll show you that when we get to that step. Also, if you notice what I'm doing here, so I started with like that much steel, and I've actually almost doubled that at the end there. If you use the edge of your anvil and kind of hit right on that edge, you're gonna pinch the steel, and that's the idea when you're drawing out anything small like this. So you want to pinch it and keep it going. So I'm actually going to bring this down a little bit more and then flip it back over. I want a fairly beefy bottle opener, so I don't want it to have like this skinny, tiny little harpoon in it and then be a big, fat ass dragon scale body. I want it to be fairly cohesive. So just gonna keep working at it. This is just this freestyle forging right here. I don't have much of a plan to design anything. I'm just going for what's in my head, and we'll see what happens. It's been about 3 months or so, maybe longer, maybe like more like 6 months even, since I forged welded or even forged anything. So if I nail this forge weld on the first try, everybody watching owes me $100. Get it. Alright, so we're going to give that a good bit more time in the forge to try it again. I fluxed it. Many flux were given. So, this has got to work out. If this doesn't work out, I'm going to cry. So, we're going to try it again. If it doesn't forge well this time, not much I can do. Honestly, I mean, if you don't get the forge weld like on the first or second try, chances of you getting it to stick afterwards are pretty low. So hopefully I'll be able to get it to sit now. I probably should have flattened it out before I tried to forge weld, so this might go a little bit better. We'll see. Prettiest, but I think it'll do the job. That's me between every single heat. So I tried to cheat. Since my forge weld didn't look too great, so I tried to use my actual little flux core welder and just kind of go up that line. I burn up a bunch of steel, so hopefully I can salvage what remains, because it definitely did not work out how I planned. So we'll see what happens now. Don't do hot cuts next to dried leaves and propane. Alright, so that's done. I've got it descaling in some muriatic acid right now. I'm only doing that just to save my belts a little bit. So I'm gonna grind it just a little bit, just to kind of square it up a little bit more, refine that tip that I screwed up so badly, and we'll round out the back tab. And I'll just do that on the grinder just because it's just easy to do it that way. And then basically we're gonna lock it in the vise. And then the hardest part about this whole thing is gonna be grinding in the lines and the cuts for the scale pattern. So hopefully I don't screw this up right now, because I don't have a lot of time during the week to actually work on stuff anymore. So if I screw this up, that's it, and I won't be able to help my friend Angel out. So this is it. We gotta do this. This is for Angel. It's for Angel. Alright, now time to clean it up. Alright, so when I was grinding, I actually grinded off my barb on the harpoon. So that's okay. I'm just going to go for a little pokey, stabby kind of wax cutter instead of the harpoon shape that I wanted. But this is it cleaned up. Cleaned up quite well. When you're doing a twist like this, especially the dragon scale twist, dragon scale? Did I just say squale? Dragon scale twist. You want pretty sharp 90s on your corners, because that's going to give those scales a nice pointy shape. Otherwise it looks more like a fish scale, which is fine. I've done that too. It looks cool. But this is the first time I've actually really grinded down a lot of the surface area on a bottle opener. I've never done that before, so we'll see how this goes. It should be interesting. So right now I'm just marking this out. This is not super accurate. It's just I wanted a guideline for me, just to help with the angle grinder, because it does get tricky trying to grind these perfect. This is only, I think, the third time that I've done this twist, in fact. So I've never marked it before. I just kind of went for it. So I'm just going to try to just give me a rough idea of what I want to do, so that my scales are fairly consistent. And if they're not perfect, it's not that big of a deal, but I want this thing to look fairly decent. Because it's for my buddy Angel. And this grinding part is not the easiest, because you got to cut down the center line, but you don't want to cut too far, because then you'll cut through the whole thing, and then it's just going to be completely screwed up. But you want to cut enough to where your twist goes nice and easy. And the same thing applies for all these sides. So I've got to cut all these horizontals too. I think I'm going to stop it there. So these two little bits will remain square. And I'll touch them up with a file just to kind of get them how I want them. Put this in the vise. We're gonna go for it. Now the key to make this look like a scale pattern is you want to angle your cuts. So I'm going to go on this line. Actually, I need to be on the corners. How am I going to do that? Let's see here. That's hot. I think I can do it like that. Let's see. now this is the fun part. So I'll go put it back in the forge. Oh, that's hot. It's hot. Hot. I'm gonna go put it back in the forge, bring it back in. I'm gonna clamp it. And I'm gonna take my tongs, maybe. No. Great. I might be able to do it with that. So I'll leave that right here. I need my tongs, I'm gonna need a glove. Alright, stay tuned. Alright, one of the most satisfying things you're ever gonna see. Coming right up. To move quickly. Let's go, get on there. Get on there. Let's go full rotation. Don't snap, don't snap, don't snap, don't snap, don't snap, don't snap. All right. Woo! Look at that beauty. I think that's a good one. There you go. That is a dragon scale twist. I'm going to fold over the bottle opener tab part and keep going. So that is it pretty much. Look at it hanging on my overalls. That's pretty cool. So I've already checked it out. It will open a bottle. But that's it, man. That is the little guy. It's a little bit of scale on here, but that'll pop off. But I like leaving things like this in this nice little oil rub finish. So if you put it in oil at a lower temperature, it'll usually take on this nice black looking color here. So I really like how this turned out. That's my best one so far for sure. So if you like this, you can hit me up on Instagram, I'll make you one. But yeah, I like it. So that's all. As always, please like and subscribe. Can't tell you how much that means to me when you guys do that. Follow me on Instagram. You can check out my Patreon. Definitely, if you're not following me on Instagram, you're missing out. I haven't posted a lot lately because I haven't had enough time to really do a lot of projects like this. But I had time today, and this is for a good cause, for my buddy Angel. Angel, I got your back. So this will be going to him for another cause. I'm not, like I said, I'm not going to go into the details because it's not my business to put it out there. But check me out on Instagram. If you hit me up on Instagram, I can give you more details about this. This will be available. Not for sale, but it will be up for a potential winner. So that being said, like I said, please like and subscribe, follow me on Instagram, and I will see you guys in the next video. If I land this, you got to give me $100.